What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new podcast series, AMC, which is slang for Amateur Movie Critics, not connected to American Movie Classics. So don't sue us. And yeah, no, we decided to start a new series up because, the whole point was that we wanted to really create a podcast without Sam. So we're like, what can we do? So we decided movies. We both like short. We made short films. We both like movies, and we're not like really like that deep into it. That's hence the name amateur movie critic. So definitely take our words and opinions as a grain of salt. And yeah, no, if you're just here for entertainment and to hear what we think about movies that you might have also seen, then you're in the right place. So yeah, it's just me and Patrick, so we're doing the courtesy of leaving Sam out for you guys. So say what's up, Patrick.
What's up, guys? I don't really know anything about movies. I just like to watch them. So my opinion really doesn't matter that much, but I hope you guys are still entertained by this podcast. Hopefully, we can actually have a weekly episode. Now that it's only two people instead of three, a lot easier to plan around that.
Yeah. Yeah, we decided to pick the two people who don't slack as much when it comes to podcasting. So yeah, we should actually be able to be consistent.
We still love you though, Sam.
Yeah, we love you. We just love you having you on Bob, not on this one. Yeah, it is the spooky season. I don't plan on having a dark background for this every episode. I only did it because we're going to be covering a horror movie today. I got my little candle lit here, which doesn't really show up on camera anyways, but it's nice for me, I guess. And I'm going to be drinking my protein. What's up?
Oh, and I can go dark too, but oh wait, that's kind of tough. I should keep it like this.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, Patrick's wearing his mask because he didn't have a Halloween shirt. I'm actually wearing some new merch from Queso, the Arkansas Slasher. I really messed with this
They're
shirt.
actually pretty.
It's really worth the
Yeah.
money. It's like heavyweight good quality too. Wore it to the gym earlier. Um, yeah. No, today was a good day. We're not gonna really do any small talk on here because that's not what we're here for. But yeah, I'm just gonna say I improved a lot in my gym and I'm really proud about it. And now we can get into it. So the movie we're gonna be covering today is gonna be the new trending movie Weapons. I think it's still trending. I don't know, but we
I
definitely watched it
honestly,
last night.
I until you told me about it yesterday when we watched it, I had not ever heard about it, and apparently you think it's trending. I've never heard
I
anybody
mean
ever
it
mention it.
it is. I mean, from what I've seen, it's been pretty everywhere. But yeah, I got my notes here, and Patrick's got his notes. So we're just gonna pretty much jump into it, and yeah, let's not waste any more time. Do you want to go? Do you want to start it off, or should I start with my first stuff?
I think you should go first. You're the movie guy.
Okay. So the first point that I wrote, first of all, the title sequence was great. I really enjoyed that with the music. But the first point that I wrote was true story question mark. I didn't really dig that deep into it, but I know the voice at the start, the kid, the narrator, said. By the way, I spoiler warning. I didn't say anything, but I mean it's kind of a given if you're listening to a podcast like this. He said that it's based off a true story, and I didn't really. I might do some. I'm gonna look it up real quick while you talk, but I questioned after watching the whole movie. I really questioned like the fact of it being a true story.
Yeah, how much are we gonna like? Are we gonna give full spoilers about the? I mean,
Yeah. We're gonna talk about everything.
yeah.
If you're
So
watching this, yeah, we're gonna assume that you've already watched the movie.
just a recap of the movie if you haven't seen it. A witch moves into her. I don't know. Was it actually her aunt or his aunt, or were they
I think
actually
so.
related?
I
Yeah.
think
So
so.
pretty much, there's a family, mom, dad, and a kid, and the kid's aunt mo- uh, stays at his house for like, cause she's like sick or whatever, and she's a witch. She's a bad witch, very bad witch, and basically she uses witchcraft to like enslave people and make them do her bidding or whatever. And she puts like 17 kids in her basement so that I'm pretty sure she was trying to like make herself youthful again with some kind of youth spell. didn't work out. It was actually really
I
funny,
saw it
the
as her
ending.
creating weapons. Like that's why it's called weapons. She turned people into her weapons.
Well, she was really sick, and she was like saying, "If
Hmm.
you get these kids, I'll be better, and then I can get out." Maybe that was a
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah, I think that was. I see it as just a lie. I think what the way I see it is she was dying and she accepted it and she was just trying to create as much havoc and take down as many people as she could before getting caught or like dying. That's how
Maybe.
I saw her. But
Yeah,
I
they
just
didn't
looked it up.
really.
Weapons, surprise, surprise, weapons is not based on a specific true story. The director just stated that its
What?
emotional core is rooted in a real personal tragedy. Everything else is fictional. He said that he wrote the script to help him process the grief of a sudden death of a close friend. I don't know how this friend passed away that you came out with this story, but hey, I mean, it made a good movie. But that's pretty much what it is. So I guess we can just lie in movies now. I remember a time where if a movie said it was a true story, I was actually a true story. But I guess we can say it's art now.
I mean,
True story doesn't have to be a
Blair
term.
Witch
But
Project. You know, that had the whole internet
yeah,
fooled.
bro, I don't know how people fell for that. I'm gonna be so for real. I mean, I wasn't alive, but
You had to be stupid, man.
yeah. Continue. Sorry.
But in the end, she, the kids that she like put the mind spell on, the mind spell gets reversed on her, and then the kids rip her apart. Cause
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess. I
Well,
mean, she had it
we
coming.
can get
Dude,
more
she was
into the
chopped.
ending later. My
Yeah.
my points they go through the whole movie, so it's fine. All right.
Yeah.
You say your point now. You only have two, so we'll just go back and forth until yours are done. Like what you wrote
I
down.
really, I really liked the how they did each one's story, where they had like
Hmm.
the first part of the movie was the main character's like point of view, and then it switched to like another character's point of view, and then like kept going through
I've
different characters in the story.
I could argue that there is no main character really, because you don't really
Yeah,
spend that
there
much time with the teacher.
there really isn't. Like at first, it seems like the teacher is the main
Hmm.
character, but then there's a bunch of different characters that all have their spotlight. She was just first. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say the main character is probably Alex.
If anything, yeah, I would say. Or Alex, would you consider Alex the hero of the story? He's not really. He didn't really. When he's a little kid, I'm not gonna say he didn't do jack, but I don't know.
He was kind of like, I'm not going to say he's a bad, I'm not going to say he's a villain, cuz you know, he was a
Hmm.
kid, he was being manipulated, but he should have he should have said something. Like that
Yeah.
that pissed me off so
But what
bad.
can you say? My aunt has witchcraft and she's making everyone kill each other. That's yeah. I don't
Yeah, that's
know.
fair.
Okay, my next point was sound design right off the beat, right off the bat. Oops. Um, I really liked sound design in this movie a lot with
It
the
was
music
really
and
good.
stuff. It was really good. And then I wrote visuals and color grade good. I'm just gonna say these two together. I liked the way this movie looked. No matter even if the movie could have been really bad plot wise and stuff, I still would have liked how the movie looked. It was very the visuals were really nice.
Yeah. They really they knew what they were doing.
Look,
Who
next point.
do you know who the director was of the movie?
I just looked it up. I forgot his name, bro. I was just on it. Let me look it up again. Zach
I was
Kreger.
gonna
I don't think doesn't give ring any bells.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna do a
He
little
did
research on the
Barbarian.
movie, but oh, he did Barbarian.
He made Barbarian from 2022. That was recently trending too. People watching on Netflix. It's the one about the Airbnb person. It's like a horror movie. He did Companion. Okay, I
That
haven't
was.
seen Companion, but I know about it. He made a
I
movie
don't think I
called
watched either of
Whitest Kids You
those.
Know, Love and Air Sex. I'm not okay. He did some movies.
He made a couple things.
Yeah,
So this
but yeah,
wasn't
no,
his first time doing a horror movie,
no.
and you can tell because
It was way too good for that.
this
Yeah.
was a really this had some pretty good scares in it.
That's one of my points as well. Like I'm just gonna jump to it, I guess now. Good jump scares and tension. It really did a good job at like building
Yeah,
tension, like every now and then. Like I mean, I don't know about you, but I watched it with my like cinematic mode turned on, like my bass boost up and like full volume on my headphones, and it
yeah.
had me like low-key a little scared, like because it was pretty good. What's your
Like
next point?
when the teacher looked in the
Sorry.
window
Mm-hmm.
and saw the parents sitting there, dude, that almost pooped myself.
That was the that
That's
was the best scene, yeah. There's one jump scare
that
that
was
really
really
got us
good.
both. The one in the ceiling, the one where the dad was dreaming about the weapon floating over the
Yeah,
house, and then he looked up to. Yeah, that was a really good one.
that feels like some kind of allegory to like
Yeah,
school shootings or something. I don't
I
know.
like that kind of. I like the dream sequences though because they were really good at building tensions because you knew they're in a dream, and the fact that you know that they're in a dream means anything could happen. So you don't know what to expect. It's like anything could
Yeah,
happen. So it's like,
I always,
mm,
I always hated like in movies when they would do a dream sequence and it would be like you can't tell they're in a dream because when you're in a dream, it's pretty easy to tell. There's just random shit everywhere. Like no one just has a dream where it's you can't tell.
yeah. All right, what was your next point or your last one since you wrote two?
It was kind of about the scary bit, like the
Okay.
horror of the movie. I just thought it was really well done. You don't see a lot of movies that like most of their jump scares are just really basic, but these ones were
Mm-hmm.
done really well.
Okay. I wrote down for my next point. I'm not gonna really talk too much about it. I just like the one take shot in the liquor store where she's walking through the liquor store. Uh,
Oh yeah,
then I wrote Shark Tank with like a bunch of explanation points. They showed Shark Tank briefly for on the TV, and I found that it was significant to me because I've been recently watching a lot of it. I got back into it. I watched a lot of Shark Tank in 2022, right before I moved away, and then I started watching it again recently. Um,
Shark
then I
Tank is
wrote
pretty
down,
tough.
yeah. Would you get a deal if you went on Shark Tank? You think? What would your company be? A
Dude, I'd
plunger with
probably
like
sell
wings?
like
That's tough.
a, a ribbed plunger. You put it in your butt and stuff.
Yep. My next point was don't like Justine. I really didn't like her as a character. I did
Dude,
not
it
like the
felt like
teacher at all.
that was something else I was gonna write down. I hate every character besides like two of them. I just hated. Like they all hate each other and they're all mad at each other.
Yeah. Every character was an asshole, but Justine was really like that's why I was a little confused because I thought she was supposed to be the main character, but she wasn't really. That makes more sense now. But she was a really like I get she was in a tough situation with like the whole town like blaming her for the missing kids, but she handled it completely the wrong way.
Yeah,
Yeah, she made a lot of
I did
mistakes
really
and
like.
like stalking Alex to the house and stuff, like just putting herself in these bad situations, sleeping with the cop and stuff. It's just
Yeah.
she's just not yeah.
Well, that wasn't her fault. That was the cop's fault, which I hate him too. He's a piece of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he was the corrupt cop, I'm pretty sure.
I was low key a
And
little happy when he
yeah.
got shot.
Yeah. He prevented them from finding them kids way sooner, but
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure if the whole force would have showed up, I don't think the witch would have taken control of anyone.
Yeah, she would have been kind of
Um,
cooked.
yeah. Floating gun, WTF? Yeah, that was just my reactions to the floating gun in the dream
Yeah.
sequence. Uh, Reusing material for screen time. This is an interesting choice because that's where I wrote this down in the heat of the moment, and then I kind of realized, okay, it's making more sense towards the end. But they did when they switched to different people's perspectives at the start of most of each ones. They kind of started from a point of the story that we already knew, so they didn't have to really give us. For example, we knew the cop cheated when Justine was attacked in the liquor store by the other woman who's saying like you fucked him, blah blah blah. When we switched to the cop's perspective, we didn't need that whole sequence of him coming home and her like finding out that he cheated. Remember that? And stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like it just didn't make any sense. Like okay, I know like it seems like screen time because nowadays movies really edge for screen time. Pause. They
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 do be
really want that
edging.
screen time though. Yeah,
Yeah, this
and it
was like a
happened a couple
2 hour
times with other
movie.
stuff. I didn't think it had. It was a little over 2 hours. It was like 2 hours and something, and I didn't. I think it could have
Yeah,
been an hour. A movie that could have been an hour and 40 minutes or something without those freaking
definitely.
like yeah. They definitely reused a lot of stuff for screen time. Um, Now this is interesting. This is, and just for some perspective, this is one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. This is the 10th point. So I don't know, we're like over an hour in, where I wrote finally some kills and gore. At that point, I was really like, are there going to be kills in this movie, and are they even going to have any gore? I know the movie was rated R, but maybe I thought just for language, they had a lot of language. But no, it was pretty good. I think the first kill that
Oh
we
yeah,
finally got was the dude, was the boyfriend of the other guy, like bashing his head in, right? I think that was the first kill we really got.
yeah,
And that really took me by surprise. And I think that's a good method. Taking a long time to kill someone, but then doing it really brutally is pretty good. Because then you're like, really like, oh shit, it's finally like something's happening.
yeah. Rest in peace, the goat, gay husband.
Yeah. Um, then I wrote, hate that old hag. I hate her more than Justine. I hate that witch, bro. Whoever
I
played her did
mean,
a great
yeah,
job. She
yeah. That she
Because
was.
she was just pure evil. There was no reason, no political, nothing. There's no reasoning behind. She didn't target a certain group of people like that are bad.
Yeah,
There was no reasoning behind. She just killed because she was evil. And the movie never really
she.
explains why, which is why. Yeah, yeah, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure she just did it for to be youthful again. Maybe she was.
Mm.
So maybe she like just had. So their weapons, just so that she doesn't like get caught trying to, you know, be youthful
Yeah,
again. But they didn't really go into that. She never did any of that because she died.
yeah.
How you gonna be a
But
witch and you get taken out
um,
by children, bro?
yeah, we're getting to that next. I just think that the movie should have explained a little bit more about her background, which is honestly goes to the next point, which is why I think oh yeah, wait, before we get to the ending, I wrote goofy, funny, junkie thrown around. That was when the cop was fighting the junkie. Not the cop, the dad.
That
I thought the dad
was
was fighting the junkie. That shit was so funny. He kept getting
that
back up like
was
10 times.
yeah. I liked how like near the end and the climax, it was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting approach. But the fact that it was so funny, so my last point was funny showdown. It was fun to watch, but it felt to me kind of like, yo, what kind of crazy, like the writers were like, what kind of crazy shit did we come up with? We just gotta end it somehow. And they resorted to
Yeah,
humor so they can get away with making like an easy end because the witch died so easily. She ran, the kids jumped through a bunch of windows, they kept chasing her, but eventually, like, she went out without a fight. Like, it was so
I
easy.
mean it. She didn't have like a wand. She's not like Harry Potter. She's just like a person that
Yeah,
can do spells.
yeah,
And frankly, you're not outrunning a group of 17 kids when you're like 80.
yeah. But I don't know. I still liked it. It was still fun to watch, obviously. I just feel like they definitely just wrote that ending in like 1 hour of a writing session because that's what it felt like.
Yeah, definitely. It
Yeah.
was not like as an
Yeah.
ending, it was not very good, but it was funny and I liked that.
Yeah. So like overall, there's still a lot like the rest of the movie felt really well planned and written, but that was just the ending, which is
Yeah.
why um my overall review or my star, we're gonna be rating movies in what's it called? Letterbox review way. So which is why I give it 4 stars instead of five. I mean three, sorry, 4 stars instead of three. It's definitely not a 5 star movie. I was gonna give it three just for being like I thought it was like mid, but there was way more like stuff that I did like, so I had to give it the 4 star. It outweighed the negative
Yeah.
by a lot. So yeah, I know you still gotta download your account, Patrick. But what do you give it? It's pretty much out of 5 stars, and like your reasoning.
I mean, I'd have to agree. It's definitely not 5 stars because of the ending,
Mhm.
but I mean,
Mhm.
it's a lot more unique than a lot of horror movies that have been coming out. Like, what was the one with the monkey?
The monkey was so bad, bro. I give that half a star on Letterboxd. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
there hasn't
the monkey is
been
so bad.
there hasn't been a lot of good horror movies but that was one of them. Not the
Mm.
monkey, the weapons.
Yeah. So what's your
I can't even
final
remember what it was
star
called.
review?
I'd say 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's
I'd have
our
to.
take. Our take on weapons. Uh, yeah. Let us know what you guys think about that. Yeah, I know we're only 20 minutes in, but hey, welcome to Amateur Movie Critics. It's the whole
Yeah.
point is supposed to be very short because the whole idea of this podcast is just a contrast to the Bob podcast. And one of the things about the Bob podcast is that the episodes are always an hour to an hour 30 long. We're just here to get the point across. We're here to talk about the movie. And yeah, and Patrick, if you want to mention anything else about the movie, you can. If not, we can call it there.
I'm sure we'll get I'm sure once we make a few more episodes, we'll kind of get like more in depth with the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
because 30 minutes would probably be good for an episode.
Yeah, 30 minutes would be good. But
Yeah.
yeah, we need to take more notes. I feel like if you would have taken more than 2 notes, we could have hit 30 minutes. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean I had a couple more things on my mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
You
That's
know
what I'm
that
saying. If you
you
still
know
want to
that
talk more,
book, you know that Roald Dahl book about the witches?
I don't.
You don't know that book? Damn, never mind.
No,
It reminded me of that. It was like the Vavitches or something.
I only know the BFG, the big fat gay, whatever.
BFG is tough.
Yeah.
Big fat gays. That good stuff.
Yeah. What else did you have?
I can't even remember now. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We will see you next week. Y'all have a good one.